Hey everybody, everybody. This is Marcus MWX. Today we're going to assemble the Team Edition front end, which mounts a little bit different than the regular R1. Everything that I've done here, I've already polished everything. This is not something that you have to do. It's just something that I like to do. So I will usually take and polish all the balls to the plastics just to make it a little bit smoother and free everything up a little bit. We're gonna kind of go through it. Also, for the TE, the chassis is different, and so the chassis now has threaded holes here and here. So now we screw in from the top, and it sucks everything down into the chassis. It keeps it from moving around. Really great addition. So also because of that, there's a drill that comes in your kit. That drill is used to drill out this hole and this hole so that the screw can go all the way through it. This is one of my personal cars, so there'll be a couple things that I do a little different. Simply because I know what size front tires I'm going to run, and I always run the same. So it's very rare that I have to change my shim stack. So I don't, on the top of it, instead of putting a 1, a 0.2, and a 0.3, I just put a 1 and a 0.5. So whenever I rebuild, I also just try to use new O-rings. They are rubber, and they can stretch and get a little big, or they get a little tight. So I always try to put new ones in. Okay, so that's a 0.2 that I put on the bottom, and then I put the O-ring on. Now I use the Marca 5000. You use a toothpick, or whatever you got that's small. You don't really need a whole lot at all. Okay, about like that. And then let's see, this is going this way. So I will put a little bit of grease on the bottom of the knuckle, like so, just to make sure the O-ring seats inside the knuckle. And then once you've done that, slide in, kind of spin a little bit. Okay, that's it for that side. Now we're going to put another O-ring on top. One millimeter and a 0.5. Okay, and we'll come back to that in a minute. Next side, same process. I've already put the O-ring and the 2.2 shim on it. So a little bit of grease here. I haven't found any reason to run anything thicker than the 5,000. It'll get kind of gunked up and really stiff if you go too much thicker than that. So I would suggest to just stick with 5,000. I haven't tried the Kyosho 5,000. I just don't have any. It will probably work. It seems like to me that's a little thinner than this, but so either one will be fine. You don't really need a lot. Okay, so now we have our knuckles completely on. So now we're going to put our arms on, and actually before we do the arm, we're going to put the bumper on. And the reason why I'm doing this is because with the TE, you have to, before you install the arms onto the camber plate, you have to screw down these because the arms are on top of it. So what we're going to do to hold that in place, we're going to go ahead and put our bumper on to keep the camber plate where it's supposed to be. There we go. So now it's all solid. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put our arm on, and I've already done the deburring. I made a video before about taking and getting a little bit of an edge off of the right around the ball there. That makes it a lot smoother. I've already done that to these, so that's going to be mounted. And the same process with the perch mount to get the burr off of that. There's a video about that already. Spring, upper perch, and then E-clip. Tamiya E-clip tool. That one's done. Arm, and these arms are marked, by the way. There's an L on this one for left. The other one has an R. Perch, Delrin perch mount. And the reason why I made those out of Delrin is for less friction. It doesn't have any friction on the Kingpin, whereas the aluminum ones over time would tend to start to grab a little bit. And so the Delrin won't do that. It stays really, really smooth. On these cars, the front end is life. So the better you can get that front end working, the better lap times you're going to have, the more consistent the car is going to be. Okay, so now we have our assembly. And here is our TE chassis. So we're going to slide that on like so. We're going to put a 4mm screw into the center first, and you don't tighten it all the way yet. Kind of snug it down, back it off just a little bit till you get the top ones on there. Top screws. These come with the Okay, and then we screw these in. It's also a good idea to, I have to do some more work to this particular car, so I'm not going to do it. But you really want to put a drop of Loctite on these screws because they can vibrate loose. Once you have those two tight, flip back around, snug this one up all the way. That's secure. Come over, and then you just simply snap your arms on. And there you have it. Super smooth. No friction. A well-bent front end, or well-built front end. Thank you.